The price of passion. When Aria first joined Bulgari, it was a modest group of dancers, only 7 members. But under Maria's leadership and tireless dedication, the folk group began to gain recognition. With each event, they attracted more followers, and their performances became a vibrant expression of Bulgarian tradition, their energy contagious. The group was growing, and with growth came responsibility. Aria, having already immersed herself in the group through her husband Mal's photography, soon found herself not just participating, but contributing to its outreach and promotion. Aria's life had shifted. No longer was she merely a dancer in the group. She was the one ensuring that the world saw Bulgari for what it truly was. Mal's photographs, now the face of the group's publicity, painted a story of community and passion. But Maria quickly recognized that Aria's talents extended beyond just dancing and posting. She was a natural organizer, someone who could help propel Bulgari into the future. And so, the requests for help came slowly at first, but then more frequently. Can you post this on the Facebook page? Can you send photos to this organization? Can you help with everything? Aria couldn't say no. The passion she had for her heritage, her love for the group, and her need to contribute drove her forward. Soon, she was speaking to Maria every day, strategizing on how to build the group's public image and create opportunities to showcase their talent. Together, with Mal by her side, they worked on crafting a solid online presence. They had big dreams for Bulgari, dreams of expanding beyond their local community, creating a lasting legacy for the culture they cherished. But, as much as Bulgari was growing, there was an undercurrent of tension, one that Aria hadn't fully understood. She began to hear whispers about the history of the group and the earlier struggles with their predecessor, the Horo group. Sami, one of the founding members of Bulgari, had once tried to bring together Bulgarian women to create a dance group. She'd registered an association under the name Horo. But due to misunderstandings and a bitter fallout, the group had disbanded. Sami and Maria left, and Maria created Bulgari from scratch. That history of division lingered, and although Maria and Aria worked seamlessly together, the shadows of past conflicts haunted every step. Despite the drama surrounding Horo's dissolution, Maria and Aria created a positive image for Bulgari by focusing on their shared love for their culture, their friendship, and the joy of dancing. However, it wasn't enough to overcome the skepticism of the Bulgarian community. The other group, as Bulgari referred to Horo's remnants, seemed to be their silent adversary, a force they could never fully escape. Aria knew the group members faced challenges. Some struggled with the financial burdens of travel, accommodation, event tickets, and the precious time spent practicing. This was when she had an idea. Perhaps, with the right resources, they could ease some of these burdens. The government offered grants, and Aria, already fully immersed in the group's workings, saw an opportunity. The topic of grants had always been openly discussed among the group members. With Maria's approval, Aria registered an association for Bulgarian official entity that could apply for these grants. The groundwork had been laid. Aria registered the association with the legal details and with Maria's daughter, Tina, organizing the bookings, Sami handling finances, and Duke responsible for equipment. Everything began to take shape. Maria, who had always been the driving force behind the artistic direction of the group, became the artistic director. Aria's husband, Mal, was named president, while Maria took the vice presidency. Aria herself became the secretary, the one responsible for keeping all the records, the one who would ensure the group's operations ran smoothly. Tina was the event coordinator, Duke, the equipment manager, and Tammy the treasurer. Then came the website. Aria poured hours into creating it, selecting the best photos from the group's history, carefully cataloging every performance and highlighting the incredible talent within Bulgari. She used the website to build credibility, listing their ABN number, showcasing each member with their position and even making the group's bank account information available for verification. Aria created a PayPal account linked to the group's bank account, hoping to raise funds through donations to help cover travel expenses. She was doing everything she could think of to help the group succeed, to ensure they didn't just survive, but thrived. But in her drive to do good, Aria unknowingly set off a storm. At first, it was subtle small comments from Sammy and Duke, little murmurs of dissatisfaction. But as Aria continued to post updates and share information, the group's dynamics shifted. She began to feel the tension thickening, as if something was simmering just beneath the surface. When the first grant application didn't get approved, Aria didn't think much of it. She knew the process would take time and persistence. But the news of the rejection leaked within the group, and suddenly, everything that had been building was at risk. The whispers turned to accusations. How could Aria have thought she knew what she was doing? Why hadn't she done more to ensure the success of the application? Aria was blindsided. She thought they were all in this together. She had been working tirelessly, trying to secure a future for Bulgari, and yet now she was being questioned and criticized. Soon, the group seemed to turn against her. They didn't understand the complexities of applying for grants, the challenges that came with building an association from the ground up. The gossip escalated, and Aria was left in the dark, not knowing who was behind the leaks. Sammy and Duke, whom Aria had suspected, were too close to the situation for her to be sure. Aria was caught between trying to be helpful and realizing that her actions, no matter how well-intentioned, had caused a rift she didn't know how to mend. She hadn't known that revealing the grant rejection would lead to such backlash. She never imagined that building the group's future could mean losing the very people she cared about. In the end, Aria was left with a choice: to back away, to step out of the spotlight and allow the tension to dissipate, or to keep pushing forward, trying to repair the damage and fight for the future she had so deeply invested in. But what hurt the most was not the rejection itself, but the fact that the very people she had been working alongside, the people she had believed were her friends, had turned against her. Everyone except Mal and Tina. It was a painful realization that the price of passion wasn't just hard work and dedication. Sometimes it was the risk of losing yourself in the very thing you love the most.